Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
The Money Line, we are live for a special edition show. My brother and amazing co-host Mike currently unavailable to get internet access on vacation. So we got a special episode for you guys. We're going to bring Sergio Pettis to break down the main event of the evening. He'll be here at 6:45 Pacific time, 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, I will run up the card and give you guys my breakdown and picks. Also, we'll be answering the live chat as well. Glad to interact with the people as always. And I do got Mike's main card picks. He did text me a main card slew. So if there's any disagreement, we can go head to head a little bit there, even from afar. So really looking forward to this episode still. UFC Vegas 53 is a fantastic card. I absolutely cannot wait for it. Gonna have a live fight companion for the full thing. It's gonna be amazing. I know PFL is currently on, so I do have PFL on my screen next to me. Won't be doing your typical play-by-play, but definitely I will have a little bit of live updates and whatnot, maybe some live reactions. If something crazy is going down, you'll hear from me what's happening in the PFL. But we're going to go through the UFC. Much love to everybody tuning into the show. This is going to be a fun one. Yeah, man. Sergio Pettis in the house. This is super exciting. Big moment. Yeah, brother. Yes. Let's get it, guys. It's going to be a fantastic show, my brother. Fantastic show. I can't wait. I like this beautiful ad we got. This is beautiful right here. Guys, also make sure to follow the Money Line on Instagram. New account. It's at the Moneyline Bet on IG. Definitely give us a follow. We're separating it for like having its own channel. We're going to have exclusive content on there. So definitely follow the Moneyline on Instagram if you haven't yet. Smash the hell out of the like button here for the stream. Show some love to the Moneyline. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Mike dodging the lock of the night L from last week. That would have been a fun topic for me and Mike to go head to head there because that was an epic moment. We did come out on top. I love my man Mike, though, so I'm not trying to slay his name at all. That's my brother there, and he makes some great picks, man. And honestly, I understand the Lainesse pick. Odd submission finish there. Good moment for me, but overall, that was still a dangerous fight versus Lainesse, 100%. I am going to queue up the first fight of the night. It is Tatsuro Taira taking on the very tough Carlos Candelario. I am super stoked for this matchup. If you guys have seen the other breakdowns this week, you do know my side. I am feeling this Taira prospect a lot here. I feel like he has a very interesting game, one to take note of, keep eye on. I don't know. I feel like the stand-up is very good, but he's really strong on the floor. Matching up against Candelario, I think he's going to be really successful. I like Tatsuro Taira a lot in this spot. Quickly going to bring up the Tapology screen for this card. Candelario winning on the Contender Series to earn his spot in the UFC as well. Excuse me, losing on the Contender Series. Yes, this is the first ever loss on the Contender Series signing was Candelario. So he's definitely a live prospect here, but they're giving him a really tough Japanese protege. I'm going with Tatsuro Taira to win. I do think it's going to be pretty interesting for the first round and a quarter. I do think Taira takes over. I think on the floor, he's going to have a lot of success. I'm going Tatsuro Taira win via submission here in this fight. I do think he gets it done by locking something up on the mat. Wouldn't be shocked if also potential knockout as well. Sergio had the knockout of the year against Horiguchi. Yeah, that was a huge moment for him, man. It was a fantastic win. And I'm super excited to talk to him. I mean, the guy's legend of the game. He's a world champion. Yeah, he's coming in 6:45 Pacific, 9:45 Eastern time. Macy Barber versus Jessica Eye in the works for UFC 276. I actually think that, I don't know. I don't know if Macy's ready for that, man. I think I'm going to early lean Jessica Eye for you guys. Right now in the PFL as well, I will give a live note. We're about to see Bubba Jenkins throw down. Not an easy fight, though, against Kyle Bochniak, who former UFC guy, had a decent performance and lost to Zabit Magomedsharipov, who I unfortunately believe is retired. I think he's done, which is super sad because I was so stoked to potentially see the fight with Yair and Zabit, but it doesn't seem like he's coming back. Tatsuro Taira getting our first pick of the night. And thank you, my brother. Congrats on having such a big interview, AJ. You officially made it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Bubba already won. So am I a second behind? He already won. Jenkins won. Oh, God bless. They just had him up on the screen there. Good work for Bubba Jenkins, man. I'm glad he got a victory. Let's keep running up the card. Ladies going after it up next. It is Gina Mazany versus Shanna Young. I like this matchup for Mazany a lot here. I think she's going to be able to land the takedowns, which is going to be the biggest difference maker. I feel like Shanna Young doesn't bring the punching power, and without a substantial amount of power, I think Mazany's game is going to flow pretty well. I feel like she's got pretty good wrestling, and I think it's going to be on display here with Shanna Young. I think she's going to mix in takedowns. I think Mazany probably leaning towards decision here. I like Mazany via decision over Shanna Young. As far as the betting side of things on this fight, Mazany is the favorite slightly here, not by a ton, but it's about minus 150 depending where you go. Let me officially pull up the line currently, because you know Tapology's lines are normally out of date. Mazany upwards of minus 175. Excuse me. Mazany minus 175 though. I am feeling the stylistic matchup. I like her a lot as a pick. I even included her in a potential parlay on this week's best MMA bets. Shanna Young plus 160 as the dog. I am on that Mazany side, feeling fairly confident about it as well. For the over 2.5, minus 170, it's not my favorite, but I do like it, but I'd rather Mazany money line. I think she wins the fight. If you're looking for a parlay piece, maybe, or even a straight money line bet, I think it's a very good stylistic matchup for her, one that she'll definitely succeed on. Why did Zabit retire? I think the reason Zabit decided to truly call it a career was he wants to focus on his brother's successes, and he's been out for too long, man. Zabit Magomedsharipov. He said, unfortunately, he's done. It seems to be he's done. Fairly dominant, I'd say. Deliha won by KO. Now it's Goltsov versus Gudel. Yeah, I see Cody Gudel on the screen right now, looking ready to go. Looking a little heavy around the midsection. That's just his frame, man. Need to get up in 6 hours where I'm never missing a money line. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that continued support of the money line, man. Much love, much love. We like Mazany here. Tatsuro Taira in the first one. Let's jump to this next one. Natan, Levy, Mike Breeden. This is one that's been controversial, at least on my end of the pick. The people have given me a fair amount of shit for the side that I'm on here. Mike Breeden to win a decision. Reason I'm picking that is not because I am thinking Mike Breeden is on the verge of becoming a contender in any sort, but I don't think Natan Levy is all that great. I think he's overrated. I think the line's way too wide. I'm attacking on the underdog side for Mike Breeden. I think he can win the fight if he can stop the takedowns of Levy. Standing up, I like Breeden's pressure. Levy, long-range guy. Definitely if he does get on top, there's the real submission threat there, but I like Breeden's pressure kickboxing game. Levy, not super powerful offensively standing up either. I think we're going long, and I think Breeden's going to steal a decision in this fight. As far as the line for this one, Mike Breeden is plus 170, Natan Levy minus 181. A nice jab exchange there by Goltsov and Cody Gudel as well. Goltsov looking to potentially become the PFL champ this year because last year he was damn close. Looking at the potential lines for this Breeden and Levy fight, do I like the over? Over 1.5 minus 312. I do think cash is over 2.5 minus 175. It's a riskier play. Levy by submission is always a live bet, especially because if you look at risky outcome, right? Nick Compton nearly had Mike Breeden locked up that armbar. Win, submission by Natan Levy is sitting at plus 250, plus 260 over at BetOnline, upwards of plus 470. That is over at Sportsbet. So you can find it at good plus money. Maybe worth a little hedge if you're on the dog side, or maybe you just want to throw down on Levy. Understandable play there. Definitely won't be surprised with people having picks on the other end for sure. Yeah, Zabit's brother is very talented, man. You got Levy in a parlay. You're making me scared. There's a chance he wins the fight for sure, but I don't think he's all the juice. I don't think he's all that great. That's my honest take on him, man. Wild break. I thought Zabit didn't want the fame. Like Khabib, I guess he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that level. I think he should still be fighting, but you know what? His choice. The fight game ain't an easy one, and I think he's deciding to call it a career. We'll see, though. Fighters can always change their mind. Let's jump to the next one. Gabe Green takes on Yohan Lainesse. I am stoked for this fight. If you saw the picks earlier in the week, I'm on that Yohan Lainesse side, and I do like Yohan's punching power in this one. You look at Gabe Green's style, he's going to be in the face of Yohan. Very pressure-heavy guy. Striking, I see Lainesse catching him with the hands. I think there's a lot more power from Lainesse. He's still 8-0 too. I mean, the guy's never tasted a loss as a pro. Gabe Green has been knocked out on the regional scene a couple of times. I think he's getting knocked out here. I think Yohan Lainesse first round KO, maybe second round. I like first or second, truly. And I don't think Lainesse has a deficiency in the grappling either. I don't see Gabe Green having much of a skill set advantage. I think that Yohan Lainesse is the harder puncher as well. If Lainesse gasses, maybe Green could have success late. I don't think that's really super likely. I'm going Yohan Lainesse, win by knockout. Now, as far as the lines for this one, Lainesse is plus 121, Gabe Green minus 120. I like that plus 121 tag for Yohan, man. Money line it up. But if you're on the prop side, you're like, listen, I need a prop to play. I can't just play Yohan money line. Yohan by KO plus 325. That's a solid little tag right there at plus 325. I think Yohan by KO is a pretty swell touch. And also note this, Denis Goltsov, quick 6 over at PFL, dominating Cody Goodell in the first round on the floor, as kind of expected there. Big mismatch. Goltsov gets it done. Good win for him. But in this fight here, man, I like Lainesse by KO. I think he's going to land with devastating punching power and get himself a pretty epic knockout. Is anyone on Chris Wade in the PFL tonight? Let's find out. Is anybody on the Chris Wade side? PFL regular season. Let's see what the line is for Chris Wade. Now you guys got me curious live. Wade is at plus 105 at Bet Online, but my bookie has him at minus 160. That's a tough fight with Lance Palmer, but I think Chris Wade definitely can win it, man. I'm saying Levy exposes AJ like Kai did. Against Askarov. Lainesse money line best way. I do think Lainesse wins by money line. I do think Lainesse by the money line is a good play, but I like him by knockout. I'm going to touch that knockout prop. I think Gabe Green's chin is there to be touched up, and I feel like Yohan Lainesse is going to be the guy to potentially put him out. Fun matchup. This card is really good. We're coming back with quality action, and I mean, even last week was a really good fight card. Like the action was good. It was just, you know, the card was lesser as far as the name value goes. Next fight is going to be good one. Alexandr Romanov, Chase Sherman. The size is a legitimate factor in this matchup. I mean, shoot, Romanov is a big boy, not an easy guy to deal with in any sense of it. I feel like Alexandr Romanov is probably going to get on top and do damage. I don't think Chase Sherman has much of a shot here in this fight. I think this is an extremely one-sided matchup. I think Romanov takes him to the floor, potentially TKOs him or wins by knockout. I think either method of victory is pretty live here. And of course, the odds are hideous for this fight. You look at the line right now for this matchup line right now, sitting at minus 1,610 for Romanov in the massive favor. Plus 1,400 best value for Chase Sherman as an underdog. As far as prop side, Romanov wins inside distance, minus 540. You're not playing minus 540. No way. Romanov by KO, plus 105. Romanov by sub, plus 145. If you're a crazy person and you want to play Chase Sherman, I mean, you could attack him there at plus 1,400, plus 1,200, plus 1,800 for the KO. I don't think he gets it, but if he does win, this might be the statistically biggest upset in UFC history. He's not going to win, though. First round, round and a half at the most here, and I think it's destruction on the Alexandr Romanov side. It should not be a close fight in any stretch here, and I mean, the lines totally imply that as well. Let's keep moving on up. This next matchup more competitive. It's Daniel Lacerda da Silva versus Francisco Figueiredo. I'm excited to see what goes down between these two. I feel like the Silva never gone distance is a positive and a negative thing here. Francisco Figueiredo, I don't want to say he falls asleep in the cage, but sometimes he's a low output, low energy fighter that's kind of too plodding and slow. I don't love it. I don't love what I see from Francisco Figueiredo, and it's hard for me to ever pick him. I'm going to go Daniel Lacerda da Silva to win. I think the grappling is going to be a positive method, maybe get it to the floor. Even if he has a hard time getting Francisco down, I could see even Da Silva, Lacerda pulling guard. If you do have him on his back, he's still going to be throwing up a lot of subs. Also 25-32. Francisco Figueiredo, to me, has never looked that great. He's the lesser of the two brothers, really. He's the younger brother, and he just doesn't seem to have the exact same abilities. And I mean, it's expected. Who's going to be champion level, and the brother's also champion level? That's a rare thing. And I mean, even if you look, the best female in the world, Valentina Shevchenko, Antonina isn't all that. And she's not bad, but she's not at that same level. Francisco Figueiredo, similar situation. The younger brother, just a little lesser here. He does have that sniper striking style of his brother, but definitely known for a lower volume. I call him a low energy fighter, and I think Daniel Da Silva is the complete opposite, never having gone distance. Does have two knockout losses, but I don't think that I'm super concerned here. I think Da Silva, Lacerda should get it done. His last name is, wherever you go, is going to be something different here. But it's Daniel Lacerda for the win. As far as the lines, Lacerda minus 120, Figueiredo plus 111. I am towards that Lacerda side for the victory here. Now, as far as props submission for Lacerda, that's one to maybe look at. Wow, plus 520 for Lacerda submission? That's insane. That's really, really wide. Figueiredo by KO plus 490. Let's see Lacerda to win inside of the distance. Still plus money, plus 180, plus 200 range. Under 2.5 rounds, plus 105. It's interesting to see a guy that's never gone distance versus like a lower output guy that definitely can go long here in Figueiredo. Excited to see what happens between the two. I'm on the Daniel Lacerda side. I am going to pick him by submission. And I do expect a very high output and to overwhelm the lower volume. Not as good, Figueiredo brother. Really, to say it nicely, not as good, Figueiredo brother. Silva's actually really talented. I agree, man. He took that fight on short notice against Jeff Molina, and he definitely didn't look bad. You're not touching Romanov. Yeah, listen, there's no reason to really touch him at minus 2,000. I don't think it's a bad play at all. Torn between Romanov, TKO, or sub. Flip a coin, bro, because inside distance has no value. Taira Levy parlay. Good luck, bro. Good luck. I think Gordon's way too dangerous there. Considering a couple wins together. Francisco, you mean Figueiredo brothers? Shevchenko isn't. Also the Pettis brothers. The Pettis brothers in the house, man. They're coming through, man. They're coming through. We're about to see Sergio Pettis. Two champ level brothers, man. Got to respect what they've done in the sport. Let's get on up to our main card. We've already arrived at the main card. And I do think I got Mike's picks for the main card. So this is where things are going to get interesting here. I got the Mike Finch main card picks right here. Yeah, we got him. So we can go head to head with the Finch man himself. We don't got his undercard picks. It is what it is. We'll let him slide for this week with no undercard picks. But Mike Finch main card predictions are going to be played alongside of mine. First fight, Krzysztof, Jotko, and Gerald Meerschaert. I am on the Gerald Meerschaert side. I do think he probably gets a win by submission. I do think there's a chance that Jotko puts himself in a position to be subbed. I feel like he'll be confident potentially grappling with Meerschaert and could get himself locked up in something. Jotko, not a big puncher, not really super impressed with his stand-up game at all here. So I feel like striking, Meerschaert is somewhat in the clear at the very least. I don't think he's at risk of getting touched up and knocked out like Hamzat did to him. I don't think that happens here. Jotko, not a heavy-handed guy. Meerschaert, I think, can stand up with Jotko. Both guys southpaws, too. So I'm excited for that southpaw matchup. I feel like Meerschaert's going to find a way to lock something up. Jotko does have one loss by guillotine. And I think that Meerschaert could get him in a front headlock position. Any of those chokes from there could lock up. And I think it's going to be a win for Gerald Meerschaert in impressive fashion by submission. The Mike Finch side agrees with me. Mike agrees here. Gerald Meerschaert win via submission. If I have to throw a round at you, I'm thinking second or third. Mike, he didn't give me a round. He don't need to. He's got Meerschaert wins by sub. I'm on Meerschaert wins by sub as well. So we got to look at the odds. Meerschaert is plus money, plus 150 as a dog. Jotko, the minus 160 favorite. If you're looking at Gerald Meerschaert and you're looking to invest in some prop on this one, Meerschaert wins by submission. You can find it upwards of plus 385. Plus 335, even plus 300 at more common value. Low end is plus 225. If you're finding it at plus 225, it's not a bad play. I would rather do it at plus 300 or more. I like it personally. I'm going to touch that Meerschaert submission line. You have to, as he's facing off with Jotko. If you're on Jotko, you're probably assuming Jotko by decision. I will note the line there. It's plus 185 best value. How long we going here? I think the over-unders are a no-touch for me on this matchup. I'd moneyline Gerald Meerschaert or I'd touch him by submission. Me and Mike both on the same side here. So we got Mike from afar blessing us with the picks on this matchup. I like what I see. Let's go. Third round sub for GM3 sitting at crazy odds right now. I have to pull them up, don't I? Let's see what they're at. The round props, which are dangerous. Meerschaert wins in round 3, plus 1350. Meerschaert to win. I don't even have the submission here. KODQ. You can just look at round 3. That's crazy. Meerschaert wins in round 3 is huge plus money, plus 1350. But I think that's super risky. If you want to sprinkle it down, that's up to you. Not advising it, man. But if you want to take one of those Hail Mary shots, that'd be one of them. We were introduced through a mutual friend in the fight game, brother. You might have Jotko decision. He's tricky. Jotko's tricky. I respect your side if you're going for him winning by decision. But me and Mike, Gerald Meerschaert for the win. Let's keep running up the card. I can't wait for this one. Darren Elkins versus Tristan Connelly. Connelly, I'm reaffirmed. I'm boosted with confidence. If you watch Late Night Live, Clint was agreeing with me as well on Connelly. He even sent me a little slip on Twitter, which had Connelly's recent interview talking about how he knows how to fight Darren Elkins. He plans to take it slow, put him against the cage, win a decision. Don't try to storm this guy and get him out of there early. No reason to. Elkins is a guy that can last. And I feel like in this matchup here, Connelly's going to be the worst stylistic matchup possible. I think Darren Elkins is going to be beaten. I think that he even looks a little bit slower, especially when you look at that Cub Swanson fight. I really didn't like what I saw from Elkins. It wasn't the same intensity. I don't know. His durability seemed off. The legs buckled quickly. It was hard for me to pick him in this spot. And I'm going Tristan Connelly as a live underdog. Opposite Mike Finch. Actually, take that back. No opposite. Mike Finch is on the same side. Connelly wins by decision. Double underdog attack from me and Mike. For me, that's a play. So Connelly for the win. Both of us like him here. As far as the line, Connelly is upwards of plus 160. He's plus 159, minus 163 for Elkins. I like that plus money tag on Tristan Connelly. Plus 159. If you find him at plus 160, that's incredible. I really like him to win this fight. Probably decision. I think we're going longer here. Connelly to win a decision plus 320. I think over 1.5 at minus 350. The odds hideous, but it's a lock. Over 2.5 minus 195 could get you into trouble. I like Connelly money line. That's what I like to touch here. Plus 160. But if you have to go with the prop, Connelly by decision plus 320 or over 1.5, which is minus 350. Just play Connelly money line personally, but up to you. Invest the way you see fit. Mike and I both agreeing on that, which is pretty positive front, man. I'm glad to see that. The main card is actually pretty good. Yeah, man. The main card is coming in hot. You got Tristan Connelly as well. Let's go. Jotko hating on Meerschaert, calling him a human blanket. Oh, well, like he's entertaining himself. At least Gerald is finishing fights. Jotko can't finish. He's Wheaties. Mike hooked up the Pettis host, baby. You going with the damage? Oh, shit. I'm just going to play distance on this one. Hey, the distance line ain't bad. Guys, we're going to jump to the next fight. Please smash the like button if you have not yet. And also check out the Moneyline's exclusive Instagram at the Moneyline Bet. But definitely smash the hell out of the likes if you guys haven't. If you're enjoying the content, show some love to your boy here because we are covering a fantastic fight card. I mean, even though it's not pay-per-view, I think we're in store for a treat this weekend. I'll be live for the full thing. Shoeys on deck. I'm bringing the shoeys as always. So we'll do it at 105 likes this week for the shoey. We're keeping it low because I'm bringing those shoeys hot, and I'll probably do a second one. So definitely tune in for that live fight companion. Let's keep on running up this fight card. Next one is going to be Jared Gordon versus Grant Dawson. I remember Snoop Dogg when he's like Grant Dawson. That was on, you guys remember when they did that? The Contender Series had the Snoop Dogg commentary. I actually hope they bring that back. I like the casual vibe with Uriah Faber and Snoop Dogg. That was golden, man. Bring the Cali commentary back. Snoop Dogg, though, he was high on Grant Dawson. And you know what? Grant Dawson's had a pretty good run in the UFC. Aside from his last fight, it was a draw. Ricky Glenn coming off a layoff, but still a game guy. The draw doesn't look great. I still feel like Grant Dawson's a potential quality fighter, like a guy that still has stuff to give. Like, I think he's on the rise. I think he's just getting better and better. He gassed a bit, but he was dominating the first two. Jared Gordon is a guy that not easy to put away. If you're Grant Dawson, you look at that Joe Solecki fight. Look how much success Solecki had early. Overdid it, got overzealous. You gas out. Jordan can flip your position. Gordon can wrestle too. Jared Gordon's not an easy guy to beat. This is a hard fight for Grant Dawson, but I am still on the Grant Dawson side to win. I am picking him by decision. I expect higher fight IQ here and lower output on the Dawson side against a tough Jared Gordon. Gordon's hands are dangerous too, especially if Dawson is in that punching range. Gordon, more of a plotting style puncher, he definitely could land. Mike Finch pick, Gordon decision. He's on the opposite side. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Mike Finch attacking Jared Gordon as an underdog. Let's see. Gordon plus money. He is at plus 175 best value. Grant Dawson, the minus 170 favorite. Grant Dawson. I like Grant Dawson, man. I got him to win here, but it's a hard fight. Minus 205 for the over 2.5. Dawson to win by decision is plus 145 too. If you're on the other side, Mike Gordon's side, plus 285. Not Mike Gordon, Mike's side, which is Gordon, Jared Gordon. He's plus money, straight money line. So I would touch a money line if you're on the Gordon side. He can win. I think we're going over 2.5, minus 205. I think we're going to see a win for Dawson by a decision, but Jared Gordon is a live underdog, and I'm very excited to see what Grant Dawson can bring here. This is an exciting fight for sure. Snoop Dogg commentary, O'Malley, two-piece dinner with the biscuits, bro. That was classic, man. Dawson by decision. You guys like Grant Dawson. It seems like we got a lot of Grant Dawson folks out here. You think Jamel Jones is going to get slept? I do too. I think Henan Fahed has a problem. I'm actually really excited to see this fight. I'll give you guys some live reactions here. Ricky is a dog that can give anyone issues, kind of like Court McGee. Dawson, Meerschaert, Levy parlay. Okay. I'm going to have to take distance on Dawson versus Gordon to be competitive. Yeah, I definitely think it could be a split decision. Dawson leaving Krause, good or bad? I don't think it's bad, but I also don't think it's good. I feel like that's the decision that is up to him as a fighter. If you feel he's outgrown that gym and he wants to go elsewhere, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do think Grant Dawson maybe felt, hey, I need a change. And sometimes changes are the best thing of fighters. Doesn't mean your old coach isn't amazing. It just means you need somebody else or you need a different atmosphere. I don't think it's a bad move for Grant Dawson. I feel like he's going to come in looking good here and win a decision. Not an easy fight at all, though. Definitely not, especially against a Sanford MMA guy, Jared Gordon. I am on Dawson. Mike is on the side of Jared Gordon. Let's get to the featured bout of the night. Andre Touchy Fili versus Joanderson Brito. Man, Joanderson Brito, he's a hard guy to fight. He's going to be ripping low kicks, throwing a lot of power into all his shots. But Andre Fili is a seasoned veteran, and I will always side towards these seasoned veterans, especially seeing Brito beaten by Bill Algeo in the last one. Algeo survived the storm. Brito gassed late. He got dominant positions on the ground, did decent work kickboxing. I think Andre Fili's hands are better than Brito. I think his output is definitely smarter. I feel like he's a guy that can throw 50%, 20% punch, even 100%. He can rip them all. Brito is 80% plus on every single shot that he throws. He's going to press forward with straights. He's going to try to clinch you up, take you to the floor, and beat you up. Andre Fili, wrestling is sound. I mean, the guy trains at Team Alpha Male. There's all short wrestlers there. I mean, if you look at the stature difference here between the two, Andre Fili stands 5'11", Brito 5'8". Not saying he's like a Uriah Faber frame, but, you know, he's a shorter guy. This is what Fili's used to. He's alongside these jacked, shorter fighters all the time, training with them. I think he beats Brito. Mainly concern would be low kicks you have to watch for. The Mike Finch side, though, is on Joanderson Brito. He's going against me here. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on it. I think he may have picked Joanderson Brito with Bill Algeo. So he is a believer in the Brito side. He's going to be going against Andre Touchy-Fili, but I'm all over Touchy-Fili. And right now, Renan Ferreira is beating the hell out of, oh my God, Jamal Jones just got put to sleep by Renan Ferreira in 20 seconds. That is insane. Renan Ferreira might be one of the best heavyweights on the planet. Am I jumping the gun on that? Maybe. This might go back and bite me in the ass. But if he wins PFL this season, you know I called it earlier. If this guy's a serious threat at 265 pounds, this man's a monster. Oh my God. Just beat the hell out of Jamal Jones. I think we got to catch that replay as well. Let's jump back to this fight for a moment, though. Andre Fili, the pick for me. Joanderson Brito, the pick for the Finch man. Now, as far as the lines here, Andre Fili is minus 219. I'd rather see him at closer money, but he's a long-time vet. I see why he's minus 219. Joanderson Brito plus 210. I'm going to go Fili to win later here. To win long here. I think they're going the full distance. Over 1.5 minus 300. Over 2.5 minus 170. Jamal Jones has got beat bad, guys. Holy shit. Renan Ferreira is a monster. Monstrous. Fili to win a decision plus 160. If you're on the Brito side by decision, which is Mike's side, plus 350. Me and Mike can both agree we're going over 2.5 rounds at minus 270 here. Fight goes distance minus 140. I'd rather touch over 2.5. I like it better. I am on Andre Fili. I think Touchy-Fili's hands and also the grappling, the endurance are going to be a difference maker. I think Brito could gas late. He's going to look to throw 100%. And I think Fili's going to be there with the more peppering style shots, with that more relaxed style. You think Fili's your lock of the night? Damn, bro. That sucks, man. I think Krause is so good, which he fought again. Listen, bro. If he chooses to retire and train these guys, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. So that's a nice style. How'd you get Sergio? The people that are, you know, part of the team for the show got in contact with him here. So good work for us, man. We got a huge opportunity with Sergio, brother. It's all over. It's all over. Holy shit is right. Ferreira's a problem. They're showing the whole fight again. Ferreira looking dangerous. Ferreira's a problem is the perfect thing to bring up. Fight starts. Ferreira slowly plodding forward. Jamal Jones looks not confident standing up. Oh my God, it was really the front knee as Jamal Jones tried to close distance. Ferreira's so tall, lands it, and then just brutal ground and pound from the sprawl position. Let's look at it again. The right leg, it catches him with the shin and a little bit of the knee. Down goes Jamal Jones. And that is a beating. That is a beating. Renan Ferreira, problem. Serious problem. You think the Finch man's going to lose this week? We'll see, my brother. We'll see. One knee. One fucking knee is all it takes. He likes him, man. He likes the Brito side, man. I'll always respect the take. Touchy-Fili. Yeah, Touchy-Fili for the Dubskis, guys. Touchy-Fili for the W. Let's keep running up. I do want to jump to the co-main before our guest comes through. And then we'll do the main event together, which is going to be an epic breakdown with Sergio Pettis. I honestly cannot wait to chat it up with him here momentarily. We are at the co-main event. If you guys haven't, make sure to smash the hell out of the like button and show some love to the money line here. We're bringing the fire content. We got the big name guest. So we got cool shit on the horizon. Andrei Arlovsky versus Jake Collier, our co-main event of the evening. The Pitbull is known for beating these back-end heavyweights, and they throw him Jake Collier, who's a dangerous back-end guy. Let's be honest, Jake Collier hasn't shown the punching power at 265 pounds. He's a big guy that moves pretty quick, especially from his middleweight background. He's lighter on his feet than most of these big-ass heavyweights. Andre Fili known for being a quick heavyweight. I still think even at 43, Andre Arlovski is quicker than Jake Collier. I think his hands are better. Definitely the better boxer of the two, without a doubt. Multi-shot combinations. One thing I don't like from Arlovski is when he does that head ducking flurry. Sometimes some fighter, somebody eventually might touch him up with that uppercut. It's possible. I don't think Jake Collier is the guy to do it. He has a decent kickboxing game, but not one I'm super impressed with, and doesn't have that devastating punching power. So if you get into a competitive striking match, I lean on Arlovski. Will Collier look to wrestle? I think that's his best avenue here, but I also see Jake Collier starting to get tired late, and I think Arlovski is going to have more success in the second and third. Collier maybe stealing the first. I'm going to go with Andre Arlovski to win. I am thinking the Pitbull wins by decision. The Mike Finch pick opposes me. Jake Collier by KO. The Finch man is on Jake Collier by KO, so that is the other side of the pick. And you know what? I had a weird intuition earlier on in the week of maybe Jake Collier being the guy to sleep Arlovski. It's going to happen eventually. Andre Arlovski's 43 years old, and he's fighting the most dangerous heavyweights in the world in the UFC. If he doesn't retire soon enough, I mean, somebody's going to touch that chin and put him down once again. Is it going to be this fight? I'm going to bank on no, which is a scary thing to do, but it's going to happen. I think the 43-year-old is going to win, which is crazy, picking the 43-year-old. Not suggesting betting the 43-year-old, though. Andre Arlovski, minus 132. Jake Collier, plus 128. I like Arlovski, but I don't love the bet on him. Jake Collier is Mike's pick, plus 128 if you're looking for that side. He also likes win by knockout for Jake Collier. Let's look at this. Jake Collier to win via KO, plus 450. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Seeing that the Finch man is picking Collier by KO, it's not making me change my pick. We'll see at face-offs if somehow I get some weird intuition. But I've been watching this plus tag for KO for Collier all week. I might be touching the line because I'm not touching money line on this fight. I'll only touch a prop on this matchup. And I feel like Collier wins by KO doesn't seem like a bad prop to touch up. Might be a great prop to touch up. Wide, a little too wide. I mean, Arlovski's chin, plus 450. Arlovski hasn't been KO'd in a long time, though. And I think a lot of people get so carried away thinking Arlovski is still super chinny. And I'm not suggesting that he has an iron chin, but I think he can take a punch. Andre Arlovski's last KO loss was in 2019 against Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Counter left hook. He got dropped in 29 seconds. Prior to that, the KO loss before then was against Francis Ngannou in 2017. Before that, he was also beaten by Alistair Overeem in 2016 by KO and Stipe Miocic in 2016 by KO. Yeah, back he had some bad losses, but let's be honest, Andre Arlovski's fighting style has definitely changed since then. A lot more towards being a mover, a guy that's trying to outpoint you and ready to go the full three. Arlovski before definitely more brought the heat. I mean, you look at the fight with Travis Brown, the chaos there, quickly knocked out Bigfoot Silva. Andre Arlovski would brawl a lot more in the past, and that got him into a ton of trouble throughout, the later term of his career. But now, this latest page of his career, he's turned it up. And I mean, going through down streaks right now, Andre Arlovski, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-1 in his last 6. It's not bad. And that loss to Tom Aspinall by second round sub. He was touched up a bit on the feet there, but Aspinall looks like the guy. He looks like he's on the verge of contendership as a serious, serious problem. I still think Arlovski can do it, man. Arlovski is the unranked king. He really is, bro. He really is. Arlovski, better fight IQ. Let's be real. Arlovski gave a better fight to Aspinall compared to Volkov and Collier. Is Collier going to be Arlovski? Unlikely, but is Arlovski knocking out Collier? So no, Arlovski decision. I like it, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We got Pettis coming in soon, man. We got, 4 minutes out from Pettis? He'll be here in the next few moments. You got Arlovski also by decision. Confident choice. I'm confident with it as well. I play Arlovski by decision plus 135. What do you think? I think you're going to be sweating because I think there's a chance Andre Arlovski gets stunned a little bit by Jake Collier. It's a scary play to touch Andre Arlovski by a decision, but I do think it's going to happen. It's a sweater. You're going to sweat for sure. Figueiredo versus Capolozo would be absolute fire. Oh, my God. I hope that matchup comes to fruition. I really hope that matchup comes to fruition. That matchup will be off the charts. Off the charts. Yeah, he's a guy that goes long. Andrei Arlovsky has adapted his game to being able to go a lot longer. Before, the Pitbull was more so of a guy, he wants a KO. He wants a KO. Now, not the same. Is Finch mostly picking the dogs? Let's see here on the main card. Let me note. I'll note right now. He has favorite for the first one, which is the Jotko pick, and I'm on the opposite. I'm on the dog, Meerschaert. He's picking underdog Connelly, underdog Gordon, underdog Brito, underdog Collier. Yeah, so I guess Finchman is going dog heavy main card. And you know what? This might be the card to do it as well. And Finchman is a guy that preaches he don't look at the odds before the pick. So I don't think he's intentionally just attacking underdogs. The Finchman is just feeling what he feels. And you know what? The guy's got good vision, and I definitely think there's chances that some of these dogs are coming through on the main card. I'm personally attacking a few dogs on this card as well. I think we can hit. I think we can hit with some fire, man. I love to sweat. Listen, bro, you might be doing a bit of sweating, but there's nothing wrong with a little sweat, bro. You got to sweat it out. Take a little nerve. Some of the best bets you can make are ones that you are going to be extremely nervous of. Some of those are the best. Fight to go the distance. I'll give you the line of fight goes distance. Fight goes distance line is minus 190, minus 177 is best value, but minus 190 at Bet Online. Over 2.5, minus 205. I like over 2.5 at minus 205. Over 1.5, minus 350. There's some good touches, man. Some very good touches. Collier by KO, though, I'm playing it. Plus 450. If it doesn't happen, I won't be upset. I'm not going to throw a ton down on it. I'm going to keep it smart. Overall, we got some great picks, but now we're going to bring in a true legend to give his takes. Guys, he needs no introduction at all. It is the Bellator bantamweight champion, Sergio Pettis, in the house.
All eyes on me. No. All eyes on me.
Sergio Pettis, what is up, my brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
I've seen better days. Had 2 healthy ACLs, just got surgery, so I've definitely seen some better days, but going well, man, going well.
Listen, bro, you're going to recover fantastically and come back with a vengeance, bro. You know you got this, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I made some big changes. Excited to see what happens this next year.
Hell yeah, man. I've been following you for a long time, man. So I want to tell you it's an absolute pleasure to get to meet you and talk to you, especially to get your breakdown on a fight that involves your weight class. You're the champ of Bellator there. And I mean, let's be honest, Bellator's bantamweight division is stacked and truly competing with the UFC for sure. You fought Rob Font in the past. He takes on Marlon Vera. These are guys that were around while you were making your run in the UFC as well. How do you feel about this matchup, man? Do you have any strong takes on either side? Anything? You got some inside access as well, man.
Yeah,
I've
man.
fought Rob before as well.
For sure. Rob jabbed the hell out of me when we fought each other, man. Left me blind. But yeah, man, I think it's an interesting matchup, man. When you look at it, you got Rob Font, amazing boxing. Overall, MMA, solid, very solid every way possible, every aspect. Got good grappling, good jiu-jitsu, good boxing, good stand-up. He's very educated. And he's, I believe he's only 33 years old, so he's still young in the game. I think he's in his prime. And with Marlon Vera, man, he's coming off of a big knockout against Frankie Edgar. That front kick was a beautiful front kick, highlight reel. Interesting, I think it's an interesting matchup. When it comes down to technique and tactic, I believe Rob Font has the edge. As far as Vera's game, man, he's dangerous. He's deadly. He's got that if factor. He just makes things happen, and he comes out there and fights every single time. It's definitely an interesting matchup.
Yeah, man, I'm really stoked for it, bro. I've been following these guys for a while as well. And I mean, seeing Rob Font now emerge as a top guy, Chito Vera, I mean, he's got the win over Sean O'Malley, which I think definitely carries a lot of weight, bro. People get excited saying, hey, man, he beat the Sugar Show, regardless of the hype, bro. The hype behind it is Sugar Show's leg gave out. Let's be honest, man. I say it's a clean win. Yeah, I say it's a low kick. I don't know your thoughts on it. But.
For sure, man. If you heard somebody with low kicks and end the fight with a nice elbow, there ain't no luck in that, man. He went out there, did his thing. O'Malley's dangerous, man. He's got the stardom behind him. He's got the flashiness to his technique. He's very funky out there. He's very swaggy. I'm a big fan, honestly. But yeah, man, Chito got the job done. He's a grinder. He's been around for a while and been fighting top level guys his whole career.
A lot of takes, too, this week are that Chito may look to mix in some grappling. Would you be surprised if you saw Chito more go towards a little bit of a wrestling-heavy game, at least at some points?
Yeah, I think so, man. Once he feels that range control, Rob does a really good job at using his boxing, keeping his range. He's got a deadly right hand too. So I mean, that jab, I know that jab's on point, man. I know from experience that jab's crispy, and I think that's one of his strongest tools. And it's an underutilized weapon in MMA. That jab with those little gloves, it adds up and just makes the game a lot more open for him. He'll have more options once that gets going. But I think you're right, man. I think Vera's gonna come in there, fill him out a little bit. Maybe they got 5 rounds too, so it's gonna be an interesting fight. I don't think they've. Rob Font's last fight was actually, I believe, 5 rounds, right? Or
Yeah, it was Jose. Yeah, 5 rounds.
Jose. Yeah. So yeah, that was and then Marla fought Jose as well. So they both got that experience, man. They both fought high level guys. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup. Like I said, the technique definitely edges Font, but the grittiness and the go out there and make things happen definitely is towards Vera.
Yeah, man. I think you said that well too, man. Font, I love when you say you got that crispy jab, because I'm always talking about guys that got crispy boxing. Rob Font is one of those guys in the UFC for sure that can box. Now, something that I feel like is a factor in this fight is the size of the cage, man. We're looking at 25-foot octagon. This is at the apex. I feel like Marlon Vera, if he's going wrestling heavy, Font, he's going to look to stay away from him, work from distance. I think Vera's going to clinch up a lot here and try to get even some nasty elbows and knees inside is something that he specializes in. So you think the cage is a little factor too?
For sure, man. That apex cage is so different. I actually got to corner my brother's last UFC fight, and I was like, damn, this cage is small. Like, you guys are forced to fight. Definitely favors the grappler a bit, I feel like. The striker doesn't have as much room to move around. But I think Rob is educated, man. He's gonna use his footwork. He's gonna use his boxing. I think it's most. I mean, if I had to put my money on it, I'd go with Font personally.
You're going Rob Font to win.
Yes, sir,
I feel like you're leaning decision for Rob Font.
I mean, I don't know, man. He's got power in those hands. I mean, we've seen it before. If Marla comes at him, I think that counter's gonna be there. I think he's gonna have a lot of openings. So I mean, we'll see, man. It's MMA. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Look at my last fight. I was losing the whole fight. Ended up not getting a spinning back fist knockout, so anything happens.
That knockout was fucking sick, bro. That was.
How
often you training those spinning back fists, bro? Is it just like one of those moves that comes to you at fight time?
No, I've trained it all the time, man. I got videos of me doing it for years, so yeah, it's something that just flows off of it. I mean, other people have landed it as well. I think mine is probably one of the cleaner lands, but yeah, I've seen other people throw it.
Bro, the Pettis brothers just bring the craziness as far as success of strikes. Like, you guys got some of the greatest moments like in striking history. Definitely best kickboxers in the game. You guys are in the top of all time. And also you bring like that. I'm gonna say what I like is you bring that flash, but you don't bring that flash that you're being inconsistent and getting hit with stupid shots. You guys are extremely technical, but bring a little style to it, man. I love that shit.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man, we're pretty educated. We've been in the game for a minute. I've been doing martial arts since I was 5 years old. So 28 years old now, man. I've been in it for a while.
Yeah, dude. You went to the UFC young. How old were you when you made your debut?
I was 20 years old when I made my debut. Yeah, 20 years old, man. I was with them for 6 years. So 26, then went over to Bellator. Started doing good in Bellator, man. It's a crazy journey.
Yeah, dude. No, that's got to be amazing, bro. You got that belt, bro. You got the belt anywhere we can see from right here, man?
Oh, no, it's downstairs in my gym.
That's fair.
Downstairs in the gym. Yes, sir.
Dude, yeah, I see. Listen, I didn't think you'd be carrying it on the shoulder or something like that. But sometimes I wouldn't blame you if you did, bro. If I had the belt, bro, in the back, I'd be keeping it up at all times, bro. I might carry out in public and shit, man.
Yeah, man. I gotta start showing it off more. I'm too little humble and low key.
You're a humble guy,
showing it
bro.
off. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's good shit, bro. Hell, no, but dude, the journey for you has been fantastic. Aside from this main event, like I've followed you. I remember the Benoit fight, and then we said, damn, like where's Sergio gonna go? And then the turnaround you made, fighting top guys. I mean, you've done fantastic, bro. To see you get the run in Bellator, I'm happy to see you with that fucking strap, bro, because it started as, oh, that's Anthony Pettis' brother. Now that's Sergio motherfucking Pettis, the champion of the world. Let's go.
My man.
Yes,
definitely that Benoit fight that changed my whole perspective on the fight game, made me actually take things serious. I was a little bit of a party animal in between the fights. Even leading up to the fights, I was not doing the right thing. So after I got TKO'd, I'm like, man, never again. I'm not gonna let that happen ever again.
I love it, bro. I absolutely love it. You're on the font. I will say, bro, I got to tell you my pick for this fight.
Yeah.
I'm going Vera by a decision, bro.
For sure.
Now,
okay.
I totally see your side, though. Like, I'm not in a hard Vera stance where I'm like, oh, lock of the week, Marlon Vera. I'm kind of just thinking that 25-foot octagon is a factor for me. I do think clinching, fighting inside. But when the fight happens, I'll be thinking of you if Rob Font jabs his face off. I'm like, hey, Sergio, you caught it, bro. You the fighter, bro. You know you get.
Yeah, man, it's MMA. It could go either way. Like you said, man. If Vera's got a overall game that's dangerous, got clinch, got elbows, got grappling, got striking. Font's the same way, so it's definitely interesting.
Absolutely, bro. Now I'm going to list the odds off to the people here. Betting
Uh,
line right
he,
now.
he
Chito
made me
Vera.
bring the belt out.
Yo, he got the belt. Does he got the?
He made me bring
This
the belt
is my
out.
God. This is what I want
Made me
to see.
bring the
Thank
belt
you.
out.
Let's go, bro. I didn't even see it, but I
Yes,
had the
sir, yes,
screenshot.
sir.
Yo, flex
Yeah,
that
man.
belt, bro. You the
Yeah,
champion
man.
of the world.
Yeah, man.
Let's go, bro. That looks fire, bro.
My man, my man.
Keep that on. Keep that on you at
Yes,
all
sir.
times,
Yes,
bro. You
sir.
the
Yes,
champ,
sir.
bro. Flex that champ status, bro. Nobody
My
achieves
man.
that in life, bro. It's like how many people are becoming world champions? Fuck yeah, dude.
For
Rob
sure.
Font minus 120 as the favorite in the fight. Marlon Vera is the dog plus 118. I mean, it's something that you can play either side. The Sergio Pettis money is on Rob Font. So if the people are looking for the pros pick, that's the one. Myself, Marlon Vera, and Mike Finch, also the co-host of the show. Normally, he texts me as well. He's on that Marlon Chito Vera side. I do like the over 2.5 rounds at minus 260. Also, I think that's a solid play.
Very solid, man. Definitely, definitely if he's what is font? I mean, he's
Plus,
a plus
slight
plus
plus. We're looking at plus 118, plus 110, depending where you're at.
for sure. That's. I mean, it's always good to put your money on, that plus just in case. You never know.
Yeah, bro. That plus money, it capitalizes sometimes, bro. It's a solid play. Now, I do got to jump subjects. I want to talk a little bit about Bellator with you, bro, especially right now with the bantamweight tournament going down. We're seeing some good names fight. We just saw Apache get a win. Your boy Stotts get a W. You were originally supposed to fight. He looked impressive.
Amazing.
Now, I guess I have to ask you, bro, you've been training with Stotts for a long time. And I'll be honest, my early pick to win the tournament is going to be Stotts, bro. Straight out the gate, I'm going to tell you. That fight potentially on the horizon, was it something that you guys ever talked about in the gym? Like, hey, if we have to fight, we want it for the world title only?
Yeah, I mean, after I won against Archuleta, we both pull up to the gym the day after. His manager's hitting him up like, "Yo, Pettis is next." He's like, "Yo, are you good with fighting me?" And it is what it is. At the end of the day, he's trying to be number one. I'm trying to be number one. So, if we have to fight, we're gonna have to fight regardless. Personally, I think we're gonna end up fighting, man. Like you said, I got Stotts winning the whole tournament, especially that Horiguchi's out, Juan Archuleta's out. I mean, there's still some players in there that are a little dangerous. Leandro Higo. So Patel's actually been surprising me pretty well. I think he's still young in the game, though. We'll see what he does, and he's got a nice little mouthpiece on him. Pretty good at promoting.
He's like Kobe Covington vibes out there, bro. He's talking a lot of shit.
Oh man, yeah, he's out there talking mad shit. But yeah, man, I got Stotts winning the whole tournament. He's gonna make that million. I think I'll see him next year around April or May. Honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, bro. I'm picking it. I feel like, I don't know. I think the finals matchup, I think it's going to be Patchy Mix versus Stotts. Like, I like the Russian, Magomed. The names escape. Magomedov.
Yeah, Magomedov. Yep.
He's dangerous, but I don't know, man. I'm worried about Patchy's length being a bit too much for him. And then I think Stotts, Patchy, that's a good fight for Stotts, man. I think Stotts actually might get the knockout of that one. And then you and your boy will throw down, which will be the ultimate fight, bro. At that point,
hell yeah.
Can sell the hell out of that fight, bro.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if you're going the full Masvidal versus Covington route. If you guys are gonna fucking create a little beef action or some shit.
Nah, man. I think we're both on the same page. We're pretty professional about it. I bet at the end of the day, it is competition. He's gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it. He believes he's better than me, and I believe I'm better than him as well. So it's like it's gonna be an interesting matchup. But we got to see. At the end of the day, it is MMA. Anything could happen. Patchy is dangerous too. I think Patchy's a dangerous opponent. Personally, I think Ralph finishes a lot of these guys, though. We're gonna see Ralph make that million, I think, man.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. $1 million, bro. That's
I know.
Dude,
I missed out on my chance.
Listen, bro, it is what it is. You're gonna get the million, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fighting in Bellator. You guys are doing big things, man. I'm super excited to see everything you guys are bringing. Now, I do want to get a little bit on a personal note. I got a question from a fan that just wanted. You probably answered this before, but I want to bring it to him. He asked me. He said, "What was the impact of your brother on your MMA journey? Seeing him, especially go up, and become UFC champion." How was that impact? Like, what was it exactly?
Amazing, man. Honestly, I was young prepping my brother for title fights. I didn't even think I was really going to be involved in the sport like that. And just seeing how dedicated he is, how much hard work it takes to actually become a champion, and the mentality you need to have to be out there and to be a champion changed me a lot, man. Paved the way for me, honestly. Made some mistakes throughout his career that I also could learn from as well. And yeah, man, it's been very beneficial, very beneficial. Very lucky to be a part of Team Pettis.
Hell yeah, bro. Team Pettis, bro. Rufus Sport overall, man. You guys have done some great things, man. The fight game is an interesting spot. And I don't know if you follow like heavyweight fighting at all, but did you see that Fury and Ngannou thing? Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, man. I just actually made a post on Facebook. I'm like, these MMA fighters need to stop calling out these boxers, man. We already seen what happened the last couple times. Yo, that's their sport, bro. It's like if they come to MMA, then I think things are definitely different. But
Yeah.
man, go to boxing. Usman versus Canelo. We already know. I mean, Canelo's a beast.
Kill him. Yeah.
Beast, legend. Even with us, Fury's a fucking legend, man.
Right.
Killer, amazing. So I think it's cool that they're promoting that stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, these guys need to stop going out there embarrassing our sport,
They
man. Like,
do, bro. I
yeah.
agree with you because no boxer's coming over. It's
Oh,
just not
never.
gonna happen, bro. And at the end of the day, you see the boxers. I've been a boxing guy like forever. I grew up doing boxing, but MMA was always my love as far as my fanhood. Just for I don't know, it's the sport, bro. It's the sport for everybody. I just love the vibe from it. I don't like these guys crossing over, and then you hear that Jake Paul's always talking shit. You know, you're a pussy, this and that. But I'm like, let's be real though. He would never want to get into a true, no holds barred type fight with these guys, man. At the
Oh,
end of the
no,
day, it's
never.
all smoke and mirrors, bro.
Never, man. They would never join our sport, and come over our side. So I think we got to take note and stop going over to that
Right.
side. Hey, but the money's a lot different over there, so I don't blame them.
Dude, at the end of the day, they do it like it's a fucking going out of sale thing. Like they just like the boxing events are crazy how they promote the shit out of that, man. I remember I was listening to Dana White talk about how it's like there's no saving the boxing game. It's just how they do it. And I'll be honest, bro. I think MMA, as far as long-term success, 20 years from now, is going to still be towards the top. Boxing, I mean, it'll always be like a fun sport, but the fucking promotion thing like needs to get fixed, man. Like we want to see the best in the best. It's like you and Stotts are boys and you're both the best in Bellator. And if you have to fight, you're going to fight. In boxing, these guys don't like each other. Oh, this guy fights for this network. This one fights for that network. We don't want to cross. I don't know. I think it's a mess, man. I think it's a mess.
Yeah, they got how many belts? They got like 6, 7.
belts?
I mean, man, so many belts. It's crazy. But like you said, yeah, they definitely. I think they should push the fights that everybody wants to see, and they kind of wait out for that. They kind of build up the anticipation, get that paycheck more and more. So makes sense. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, these guys are at their prime. They're young too. It's like let's see some wars.
Bro, Canelo versus I got the poster right there. Canelo versus Triple G. What are we doing? It's 6 years later.
Yeah.
Triple G, what is he, 40 years old now? What are we doing? Give these guys the shots in the prime. Whatever. That's boxing, bro. Let's stick with the MMA game, bro. It's been a pleasure to have you, bro. I really appreciate you coming by, chopping it up with me. I do want to ask, is there any other picks on the card that you're like, hey, I'm confident about, or any bets you might be potentially playing? Even could be Bellator jumping next week, whatever you like, bro. Just let me know. I need the Pettis juice.
I'm looking at the fights right now. I'm a little biased because I got 2 teammates on the UFC fight card. I got Meerschaert and Jared Gordon. I believe they're both underdogs.
Yep.
I think it's worth a try, man. Honestly, Gerald's a great grappler. I think kind of if he gets Jotko down, it's going to be an interesting night for Jotko. Jotko's MMA's game is amazing, though. He's good at going to decisions, playing the game. Jared Gordon's fighting a tough Grant Dawson. Grant's still young in the game, and Jared's I think he's a solid body, man. I mean, he's got great boxing, great ground and pound. I think that fight could go either way, honestly. So yeah, man, those are 2 fights. Those 2 fights that I think are interesting, especially for the underdogs.
The Sergio Pettis official takes attacking with the dogs. I love to see it, bro. Sergio, it's been a pleasure having you, man. I'm really excited for your comeback, bro. Stay positive. It's all going to turn around. And still, baby, let's go. I'm rocking with you all the way through.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna make sure this stays in Milwaukee.
On you,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
You're the champion of the world, bro. Let them know.
Man.
My guy.
Hey.
Thank you, Sergio. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you for having me on. Peace.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to jump to the money line locks of the night. The money line locks of the night. We just chatted up with Sergio Pettis, champion over at Bellator. Absolute pleasure to chat with him. Real cool dude, man. I expected a good vibe with Sergio, man. I've always been a follower of him. And I just like the style, man. I like his game. I like the confidence, and I'm glad that he's repping that belt. Show that off. You are the champion of the world. Show it off, champ. Let's go. All right, guys. So the locks of the night. I don't have the Mike Finch lock. He didn't let me know it. So we don't have a Finchman lock. If I can get it to you later, I will throw it up as a pinned comment. But right now, I don't have the Mike Finch lock. So I have to look towards my lock. If you guys saw our picks for this week's best MMA bets, I think you have a fairly good understanding of the sides that I'm leaning. I have to play it smart here, and I'm not going to pick women's MMA lock. I'm not going to go Gina Mazany, but that I was kind of feeling. I'm going to go with Tatsuro Taira to win over Carlos Candelario as my money line lock of the night. I think he's going to get it done. I feel like win submission on the floor, but could see it going the full 3. Super excited, man. Absolutely stoked for this matchup, actually, because I think Japan needs a star, and Tatsuro Taira is the guy. I'm going with them. Taira for the win. Now, as far as the lines of this matchup, Taira minus 220, Candelario plus 200. I like Tatsuro Taira. I did pick him win via submission. The most difficult last name, too. If you guys saw the breakdown on Sunday, people were laughing at the pronunciation. Taira to win via submission plus 230. That's some good plus money. I do think he wins by sub, but it could also go the full distance or even a knockout. So money line minus 220. It's not great. Not bad. Definitely a parlay piece. I also like Gina Mazany. And as I said, I don't have the Finchman's lock right now, but we are going to get it. I'm going to reach out to the Finchman, and I will put it up in the comments. We'll pop it in, or maybe even Mike will lock it down and put it himself from his YouTube channel, and I'll pin that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed another episode of the Money Line. This one was awesome to do. Great takes from Sergio Pettis. Absolute blast to chat with the boy. I mean, the guy's, the boy, the man. Really, it's the fucking man. Champion of the world. Great conversation. I'm glad that he brought the belt out, man. That made my day, really. That was a great moment. So Sergio Pettis coming through. Thank him, man. Give Sergio a follow if you don't. Check him out on all social medias. He'll pop up easily. Sergio Pettis. Also, don't forget to follow the Moneyline Bet. This is our new Instagram page for the Moneyline. It's going to have some exclusive content that I normally wouldn't be posting on my normal MMA Experts Instagram page. So check that out. The Moneyline. It'll be across all social medias. Moneyline Bet. The Moneyline Bet. Give it a follow. Much love, my people. Don't forget to give Mike a subscribe as well. He'll probably be linked up in the description. If not, I'll put him in there. Much love, my people. Thank you all so much for stopping by and enjoying another fantastic episode of the Moneyline. Smash the hell out of the like button. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on. Keep it locked in right here at MMA Experts. I got big content dropping, and you guys do not want to miss a video. Check me out live for the fight Saturday with the Full Card Fight Companion. Tomorrow I got the weigh-in recap show, so plenty of content dropping. Talk to you all very soon. Much love, my people, and we will see you all next one, for me, you're going to see me quick. You're going to see me tomorrow for the weigh-in recap show. Much love, guys.